Hey, what's up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. So, we are officially 1 week away from the new Call of Duty Vanguard. They're taking it back to a World War II setting. Personally, I can't wait. I absolutely love anything related to World War II. I've prepared a quick film for you guys. Have a watch, and we're going to have a chat afterwards. Hope you enjoy it. Okay, so first things first, pre-downloading the files. Um, when it comes to consoles, they are releasing the pre-download files on the 28th of November. Well, 28th/29th, depending on the time zones. And they are going to be staggering PlayStation and Xbox. I think it's PlayStation first and then Xbox. Okay, but thereabouts, 28th/29th of November, you will be able to pre-download the game files. When it comes to PC, they will only be available to download on the 2nd of November. Um, when it comes to the file sizes for PC, these are still yet to be confirmed. However, if we look at previous Call of Duties, we are probably going to see the same size files as per the consoles. Now, the interesting thing with the file sizes for consoles is that compared to Cold War, the file sizes are relatively smaller. Now, as you can see on here, it's pretty much approximately 50% less than the previous Cold War files, which in itself is really, really interesting. Now, obviously, this is just the launch information, so we don't know what sort of add-ons, what texture packs, etc. But when you look at the required spaces for the downloads, you can see when it comes to PlayStation 5, PlayStation 4, Xbox Series X, etc., they are all around the 60 gig mark. However, it does say that for a lot of them, especially when it comes to PlayStation, that you will need an extra 25 gigs to actually play the game. Now, my suspicion that these are going to be the HD texture packs, okay? Quite interestingly, those seem to be integrated in the Xbox files, or they have not been released yet for the Xbox files. So we shall see that closer to the time. So in terms of new maps, there's going to be 16 new maps at launch. Now, when you look at the list, there are two names that will stand out. So Dome and Castle, those should be familiar to the older fans of the franchise because they first appeared in Call of Duty World at War. Um, there's also going to be 3 new multiplayer maps when Season 1 launches on 2nd of December. And of course, Shipments, which we're going to talk about in a second. So in terms of the operators, there's going to be 12 at launch, and I'm not going to lie, they all look freaking badass. I can't wait to see what sort of skins come out for them as the time comes on. But honestly, they all look freaking badass. The quality of the design on these, they've really gone into a lot of detail. Okay, so this is the big one, the weapons. So we are close to the launch, but of course, um, they are going to be keeping some surprises for the launch. You know what it's like. So as far as we know as we stand, okay, when it comes to the assault rifles, there's going to be 7 at launch. Only 5 have been named. So you've got the STG-44, the bar. There's the Itra Burst, the NZ-41, and the Volksturm Gewehr. Volksturm Gewehr. Let me know in comments below if I've pronounced that correctly. And there is 2 unknown weapons to date. In terms of the SMGs, so you've got the M1928, the MP40, the Sten, and a popular one from Warzone and Cold War, the PPSH. And again, 2 unknown ones. Then when it comes to the LMGs, so you can have the MG42 and the Bren, the DP27 and the Type 11. Shotguns, so it's going to be an auto-loading shotgun, and you've got the Einhorn revolving shotgun. There's a few unknown, but, you know, we can assume that there's going to be some sort of a combat shotgun or a double barrel that's going to make an appearance. Don't forget, there's going to be, of course, the snipers. So you've got the 3-line, the Kar 98, and the Type 99. And then you've got the marksmans, which is your M1 Garand and the G43. There's going to be a handful of pistols, the 1911, which is obviously a very, very common pistol. It already existed in Warzone and other Call of Duties. There's going to be the Panzer Shreks, the bazookas, which are going to be exciting. You can have your combat shields, you can have your fighting knives, of course. So we know a lot already, but there's still some surprises to come at launch. So let's see what happens. So speaking of guns, we don't have any information yet as to what sort of camos to expect. However, a Call of Duty insider has actually leaked one of the mastery camos. The Ghost of Modern Warfare, Ghost of MW on Twitter, has actually linked a screenshot of what could be one of the mastery camos. And looking at it, this could well be the equivalent to the Damascus camo. It looks absolutely sick. So you can't talk about guns and camos without mentioning Shipments. So the Shipment map will be making its return to this new Call of Duty. It is going to be, of course, themed to the new game, and you know it's going to be absolutely nuts. It's going to be the same fast pace, crazy gunfights and gameplay that you're already used to. Honestly, it is going to be absolutely swamped on that first day of launch because everyone's going to be grinding for the new camos, which we've just seen. The mastery one looks absolutely sick. Okay, so let's talk about Warzone for a little bit. Verdansk will be disappearing when the new map launches on the 2nd/3rd of December. So for those who have pre-ordered Vanguard, you will have early access on the 2nd. For the general public who haven't pre-ordered the game, the free Warzone game, the new map, will be available on the 3rd of December. So between the launch of Vanguard and the new map being released, there's going to be several events. There's going to be a farewell to Verdansk. There's going to be a kind of like, they called it a back to the roots sort of game. So we don't know what to expect yet. So it's going to be very similar to the very, very first modes, which we probably saw on the Warzone map. The new map has officially been named as Caldera. And also Warzone is being rebranded as Warzone Pacific. And honestly, the map looks absolutely beautiful. The island setting, the Pacific settings, some of the scenery, some of the images, and some of the pictures that have been released are absolutely fantastic. And me, for one, I cannot wait to get absolutely destroyed in that map. Honestly, I think it's going to be a massive, massive step forward in terms of the Warzone game itself. So fingers crossed they deliver in terms of what the map can do, what the sort of gameplay is going to come from it. So we shall see. So there's also two additional bits of good news when it comes to the new Call of Duty launch and the new Warzone map. The first one is Rebirth is here to stay. Rebirth, when it came out, became very, very rapidly a fan favorite, mainly because of the game modes, the quick Rebirth respawn game modes. Massive fan favorite, one of my favorite game modes in the game, and quite honestly, I am so glad that it's here to stay. Not sure exactly how it's going to work with the Vanguard weapons being integrated into it. However, when we talk about weapon integration, the second bit of good news for Warzone Pacific is that there's going to be two modes. The first one is a mode where you'll be able to use all of the Cold War Modern Warfare guns along with the Vanguard guns. So you will not lose all of your previous achievements in terms of weapons, skins, and camos, etc. However, there is also going to be a mode which is going to be purely Vanguard guns, and also it's going to feature dogfight planes. I'm going to say that again, dogfight planes. So picture the choppers in Verdansk with guns on them and people going absolutely crazy and playing kamikaze and just throwing them into the ground, basically. Honestly, I don't know what to expect from it, but just the sound of it, it looks absolutely insane, and I just cannot wait for it to be launched so I can get my hands on that game mode. So that's it, guys. That's all we know for now in terms of what to expect over the next month or so. I personally cannot wait for the new Call of Duty. Cold War was a massive, massive disappointment, and I really, really hope that Sledgehammer smash out of the park on this one, because honestly, everything is there for it to be a huge success. We just need now to see the final result. The beta and the alpha test, they were pretty damn good. They have made some improvements from it. They nerfed the sun, which is a big thing. For those who aren't aware, the sun was absolutely ridiculous in the beta test. Like, you would look at one side of the map, absolutely fine, turn around, and all you can see is just a glare on the screen. Absolutely ridiculous. So they have nerfed the sun. So they've taken something into consideration. They've done audio improvements, vision improvements. The graphics are going to be improved, of course. So all that's going to be worked on. There is going to be the new HD packs for console. Field of view, we know that's confirmed as well. So console players can no longer moan about us PC players having the advantage over console when it comes to what we actually see on our screens. So yeah, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. Make sure to drop a subscribe, make sure to drop a like as well, turn on the bell for the notifications, and let us know in the comments what you're most excited about this new Call of Duty. We will be back as soon as the game is launched with a campaign playthrough and walkthrough. We will be doing a zombies overview, and we will of course be putting a hell of a lot of multiplayer content out there. Thanks very much, guys. See you next time.